Sangachadhvam Sambadadhvam Sambho Manamsi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate. Your Excellency, Acharya Bramdeo, Governor of Himachal Pradesh, we are privileged to have you in our midst, as well as revered sannyasis. The gamut of scholars in our midst, acharyas and various scholars, ladies and gentlemen, and dear young friends. My subject of today is the interfaith, the intercultural dialogue, and how Arya Samaj can get involved in it. Arya Samaj has a universal charter, and that universal charter is anchored on the Vedas, which is the one and only revelation for mankind by God to our rishis. The true and logical concepts of God which Maharishi Dayanand has taken and inscribed it there in the second principle of the Arya Samaj. The source and object of faith is God and only God. The Universal Charter with a strong advocacy for true respect, understanding, and principles of an equitable and just society. If you look at principles 6 to 10, it's all social conduct and social construct. Why the word construct? Because it goes to the building of a new society. That's the sixth principle. Starts with physical development, individual as the smallest unit of society. Then and only then spiritual and social growth. Well, unfortunately, today, when we talk about the Vedas, or generally speaking in society, it's referred to for the Hindus and for the Arya Samaj. And now even when you go to the Arya Samaj, it's in a cupboard closed there. This is a legacy for the whole of humanity. So if it's a legacy for the whole of humanity, our first and foremost duty is to extend a hand to humanity. And that hand, when we extend to humanity, it's always catering for physical, spiritual, and social growth. And when we are talking about spiritual, it includes the moral and the mental development. Unfortunately, when we think about spiritual, I've been in so many of the interfaith, intercultural meetings in Mauritius, even overseas. When we think of spiritual, we think only of sitting like this. But spirituality, two words. Spiritual reality in day-to-day life. So if we'll bring that then and only then we can build the bridges between the diversity, the richness of cultures and traditions in this world. Ano bhadra kratavo yantu. Let noble thoughts come to us from all sides. Maharishi Dayanand Satyarth Prakash. Bhumika. He writes, इसमें यह अभिप्राय रखा गया कि जो सब मतों में सत्य सत्य बातें हैं वे सब में अविरुद्ध होने से उनका स्वीकार करके. That is, you build the bridges. उसके बाद then you look for what is wrong and प्रीति पूर्वक Dharmanusar will be the motto to bring people, to connect to people. Then it says, जिससे सबसे सबका विचार होकर परस्पर प्रेमी होके एक सत्य मतस्थ होवे. Maharishi Dayanand defines the way to build the bridges with other cultures, with other faiths. It's built on mutual respect. And when that is based on the mutual respect, you'll be able to sift the grain from the husk, or as we say in modern management, skim the milk. दूध पे छाली निकालना. Can we do that? And to move forward of that, अनुभूमिका सत्यार्थ प्रकाश. जो इसमें सत्य मत का मंडन. Look what is the first word. Mandan. Second word, then comes asatya ka khandan. So the conclusion, अर्थापति से वो निकलता है. सत्य का मंडन जब करेंगे, असत्य का खंडन स्वयं हो जाएगा. When you are building progress on truth, on dharma, so you are not digging the holes, you are building the bridges. And when you're building the bridges, you can connect the gap. But each and every, जैसे कहते हैं ना, कुल्हाड़ी को गड्ढे में मारेंगे तो गड्ढा और बढ़ता जाएगा. Rishi Dayanand has written the 4 last chapters of the Satyarth Prakash. मेरा तात्पर्य किसी की हानि व विरोध करने में नहीं. So, if we want to be a level field player in interfaith, intercultural dialogue, let's look at the path forward. Dharma. When we talk about dharma, वो उलझे से चित्र आते हैं हमारे दिमाग में. The Gordian knot. Where and when, how do you start opening that knot? Rishi Dayanand has given the formula. Manusmriti. Shruti smriti sadachara shasya cha priyatmana. Etat chaturvidham prahu sakshat dharmasya lakshanam. Shruti, the Vedas. If you can't access the Vedas, smritis, if you can't access that, then satyacharan. If you don't know what is satyacharan, good behavior, then he says, listen to your inner voice. What you look as good to you, this is what you should do unto others. And if you go to the Smriti, Manusmriti, it gives you Dhriti, Shama, Dabusteyam. These are the universal values. And nowadays, in the name of secularism, will remove all the values in the educational system throughout the whole world. Unfortunately, even in a tiny country like Mauritius. Is that really where we want to lead our children? No. We have to build a whole world based on these values. Who and whom can deny that these are not secular or do not apply to the whole world? Then take the other field from Yog Darshan, Yam Niyam. I was talking on this issue with the Council of Religions. Then they said, you are talking about Ishwar Pranidhan, surrender to God. What do the person who doesn't believe in God do with that word? I said, fine, thank you. That person who doesn't believe in God, he believes in the laws of the universe. And these laws were created by God. So if he believes in the laws of the universe, he should respect the laws of the universe. And this is where, even if he doesn't believe in God, the laws of the universe which applies to him, then he should be able to connect to nature. Unfortunately, again, globalization today, Bhumandaglikaran, is limited to society as a market. We don't see society with individuals. Only trade, economics, and commerce. But if we look at society as a group of individuals, as a conglomerate of individuals, not conglomerate of businesses, then we'll be able to say we have to start with the building of the individual. And the building of the individual, the best would be the Vedic ideals, which have been taken also in various conventions. International Court of Justice, if you look at the Rajadharma in Satyarth Prakash, it's that. Women's rights, it's always there in the Vedas. Children's rights, chapter 2 and 3 of Satyarth Prakash. So it's no new concept. What these people have been doing, repackaging our own product and selling it to us. So if we want to look at globalization, let's look at it. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. The world is but one family. When you take the world as but one family, परिवार के बीच में आपने देखा है कि बेटा जो है बाप को एक्सप्लॉइट करता है या बाप जो है बेटा को एक्सप्लॉइट करता है या relationships between the father and the son or the son and the father are always based on mutual respect. If we want to grow on a world of better understanding between the faith and the cultures, let's preach the Vedic ideals. Don't dig the graves, build the bridges. And what is required for that? Strong leadership and drive. We need to move the Arya Samaj outside the four walls. And to move the Arya Samaj outside the four walls in America or outside India, you have to get the concept of Maharishi Dayanand. Born Gujarati, educated in Sanskrit, he went down to learn, understand Hindi. and then did the marvelous job in only 13 years. So if we want to make the Vedic ideals universal throughout the world, we have also to learn to create or train Vedic envoys with a holistic approach to dialogue. And for that, know yourself first. Because why you should know yourself first? If this has a base which is oval, can it stand here? इसका बेस जो है ना, आप गोल बना दें और इस बॉटल पानी को वर्टिकल आप खड़े होने का प्रयास करें. That's why when you know yourself, you know the base and you can put it straight. That's why the need to know yourself. Or fair, please and please. Always and always have harmony between the thoughts, the words and deeds. वरना क्या करेंगे? बोलेंगे मनस्यन्यत, वचस्यन्यत, कर्मण्यन्यत, and the result is duratmana. He whose thoughts is in one direction, speech in a second direction, and physical actions in a third direction, duratma. Manasyekam, vachasyekam, karmanyekam, mahatmanam. Harmony between thoughts, deeds, and words brings you to the status of Mahatma. The way forward, use Vedic Dharma, not Vedic religion. Because if you use the word religion, then people will push you to the walls. अपने सम्मान, स्वाभिमान रखने के लिए use the word Vedic Dharma, not Vedic religion. The methodologies to learn has been given by Maharishi Dayanand in Satya Prakash. Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, Sakshatkar. And to understand the party in front of you with whom you engage in intercultural, interfaith dialogue. Use Akanksha, Asakti, Tatparya, and Yogyata. That's the preface of the Satya Prakash. We need to define education, especially that word of secularism, which is wrongly and mischievously understood by people. Next, very important thing. I've seen people who've sat in the Council of Religions in Mauritius for the last 10 years. Unfortunately, they can't voice out forcefully their opinions. They have that inferiority complex. And then others just develop the superiority complex. Wherever you go, don't think the others are superior to you. दूसरों को आपसे बड़े मान गए तो आप नीचे हो गए. You are running the race, and when you are running the race, the one who is running faster than you, if you pick his t-shirt and try to pull him back, you'll always be behind him. If you want to make the impact of Vedic Dharma, you have to run faster and faster. मेरे पिताजी हमेशा बताते थे हमें, कोई व्यक्ति ने एक लाइन खींच लिया इतना, अपने आप को बड़ा साबित करने के लिए उसके लाइन को मिटाना नहीं. Don't try to erase his line. Take a pen, draw the line longer than his. So you shouldn't be complex. You shouldn't be having any kind of inferiority or superiority complex. So many of us छाती ठोंकर कहते हैं हम ऋषि संतान हैं, कर्म देखें उनका। जो हम कहते हैं ना, संगत सदम संवदम, प्रेम से मिलकर चलो, बोलो सभी ज्ञानी बनो, पूर्वजों की भांति तुम कर्तव्य के मानी बनो। This is what we should achieve. Then we always should be careful. आर्य समाज में हमेशा हम सुनते हैं यथा योग्य व्यवहार, पहले दो शब्द को हम भूल गए। प्रीतिपूर्वक, धर्मानुसार। If we engage in interfaith, intercultural dialogue to earn respect, because you can't buy or you can't steal that. To earn respect, you have to be humble, be respectful to others, then and only then others will respect you. Then only you can lead in local and international forums. I'll conclude. I'll conclude with a few things. The more and more we indulge in positive thinking, positive speech and positive actions, we'll earn better respect in front of people of our faith. Because it's easier to learn through what we call quote knowledge. देखो बच्चा जब चलने लगता है ना, whatever the parents do, he just sees and imitates and do it. So if you do it well, he or she will do it well. But the taught knowledge, जो आप भरने के लिए प्रयास करते हैं ना, that takes some time. We need to lead by example. We need to walk the talk. We had the World Cup recently. I think 16 teams were there for the finals. One trophy. You know what's the result in that country which won the trophy? 2 persons died. 840 cars and other vehicles were burnt and damaged. 840 wounded. 1,000 cars and vehicles damaged. 100 businesses and shops looted. Why? Because people didn't understand the living values of life. They don't value things of others. पहले दिन जब आचार्य देवव्रत जी संबोधन कर रहे थे ना, it said one thing: let's spend more on prachar rather than on functions. It brings us to aparigraha in yoga. Let's be inspired by the stalwarts of Arya Samaj. One example, Swami Shraddhanand. He was such a marvelous figure that he inspired even Muslims to be truthful in life. Just watch Avan, Swami Shraddhanand on YouTube. अंग्रेज इतने परेशान हो गए, मुस्लिम उसके सामने आए, उन्होंने क्या कहा? तो मुस्लिम आर्य समाजी हो. Just remember that. Then use meditation. We have to open more and more meditation halls and functions. We have just one video I was watching this morning on WhatsApp. The cave boys of Thailand survived just because of meditation. Yes. Meditation के माध्यम से उन्होंने अपने जरूरतें को कमी कर लिए, शारीरिक ऊर्जा भी कमी कर लिए. They saved their lives. This is वेद के मान्यताएं को उन्होंने जीवन में साकार कर ली. Then, whenever there are troubles in the world, कहीं पे अनावृष्टि है, वृष्टि यश पद्धति है, let's try it. We've been successful twice in Mauritius, which we led at the Arya Samaj. one in 1999, second in 2011. जहां पर अतिवृष्टि हो वहां पे भी यज्ञ करो, जहां पर अनावृष्टि अतिवृष्टि के बाद महामारी फैला हुआ है, do the yajna with the Ayurvedic herbs, eradicate those illnesses. We did it when swine flu was there in Mauritius in 2009. Humanitarian work should continue. This was the basis of the Arya Samaj. If we connect with that, we connect with the stalwarts, what they were doing, will bring new light to the Arya Samaj within the international forum. We'll be a leader, not a follower. Thank you very much.